Have you ever seen a person who lost 100 pounds and you look at them like, how in the world did this person accomplish that? You ever see an individual on a talk show speak about how they beat cancer or corrected their blood pressure and blood sugar issues, and it literally doesn't make sense because you seemingly can't make any progress on your own journey? I submit to you today one of the most important tools you need to activate in order to accomplish your health goals, no matter how big or how small it may be. We're going to break down the concept of self-mastery or self-discipline to help you get to the root cause of the problem, because the first and greatest victory to correcting health issues is to conquer yourself. Self-sabotage is the unseen hand that holds us back from wellness, undermining our efforts and sabotaging our journey towards better health. Only by confronting our inner self can we break free from its grasp and embrace true well-being. At its core, self-mastery is the art of self-governing, where an individual cultivates command over their thoughts, emotions, and actions. Now, self-mastery isn't just a destination where you arrive and everything is smooth and done. It's a journey, a lifelong journey that's characterized by self-reflection and continuous refinement. This means that you're going to actively work on yourself to create a better you. Self-mastery requires perseverance and determination, because there will be obstacles to overcome and challenges to endure as you pursue your goal of improving your health. But remember, perseverance is not a long race. It's many short races, one after another after another. Perseverance is the key to progression on this journey, helping you get over obstacles and inch closer to the goal. Remember, your health issues didn't just pop up overnight. They took time to manifest, and reversing them is going to require deliberate strides in the right direction. Lack of self-discipline is one of the biggest reasons your body is burdened by disease. This lack causes impulse control issues, where you find yourself overindulging on stuff you already know you're not supposed to have. This lack of discipline is the reason why you don't go out and exercise after your doctor already told you you needed to do so. And worst of all, this same lack manifests as passivity, which ultimately leads to inadequate treatment, preventable complications, and the progression of disease. Without self-discipline, we become slaves to our impulses, and a lack of self-control can lead an individual to be driven by their immediate desires. This compromises their ability to make rational decisions and exercise restraint, which is important when it comes down to eliminating disease. Let's look at self-mastery from a lifestyle perspective, because the way you live your life largely determines the quality of it. Let's dive into 3 areas of lifestyle and understand how to build self-mastery in these areas to overcome our health challenges. We're going to begin with nutrition, because nutrition is by far one of the biggest problems that we are faced with. And until we develop self-discipline and control what's on our fork, the healthcare system will forever be burdened with millions of Americans suffering from self-inflicted health issues. 45% of all adults have high blood pressure. Another 34 million people suffer with diabetes, and a whopping 655,000 people die each year from heart disease. These numbers are insane to think about when you realize that the majority of people living with these health complications brought them about on themselves because of their poor dietary and lifestyle choices. We have the power to change these numbers. True change begins with the individual. It starts with a spark of motivation that ignites the flames of transformation, and this will light the path of well-being. We have to develop the discipline to delay gratification in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term. Let me say it again. We have to develop the discipline to delay gratification in the short term in order to enjoy the greater rewards in the long term. The gratification you get from indulging in your favorite food is cheap compared to the gratification that comes from seeing your blood pressure being the lowest you've ever seen it because you decided to stick to the plan. You following me? Without self-mastery, you will submit to these habits. It typically starts with poor choices because it's your favorite food and you gotta have it. Plus a little bit won't hurt, right? Moderation is the worst advice anyone dealing with a health issue can follow. First of all, moderation looks different to everyone. 8 ounces of soda per day may be moderate to one person, but a 1 liter of soda per day may be moderate to another. They might come from a place where they once drank a 2-liter soda every day. So this means you can't weigh someone's definition of moderation because your scale can be completely different from theirs. Abstinence from all foods that compromise the body is a must because healing begins with subtraction. You must remove the problematic foods from the diet to release the burden on the body to open up the pathways of elimination. Moderation leads to overconsumption because we say we want just a little bit, but it never really works out like that. Plus, a little bit here and there can turn to a lot of bit over the course of a month. This overconsumption leads to weight gain and deficiencies, and this accelerates your health issues. The path to self-mastery begins with setting clear, achievable goals. By defining what you want to accomplish and breaking it down into manageable steps, you create a roadmap for personal growth and development. Each goal achieved becomes a stepping stone towards mastering yourself and unlocking better health. You want to start out with one big goal, which might be something like getting off of blood pressure pills. But you have to now break this big goal down into smaller, more manageable goals to build up your momentum and self-confidence. If you want to achieve major improvements in your health, it starts with believing in yourself and knowing that you are capable. Once you know and understand that there is something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle, the sky becomes the limit. You want to set realistic goals for yourself out the gate, like, I'm going to lose 5 pounds this month. I'm going to pack healthy snacks for work to avoid them vending machines. Or after work, I'm going to stop by the park to walk every day. By breaking larger goals into smaller, manageable pieces, you are setting yourself up for success through gradual progression. You are making progress through gradual changes, one step at a time. You are making progress through gradual changes, one step at a time. You have so many obstacles ahead of you, so although you have this big goal of getting off of meds, you have to chip away at it by focusing on one thing at a time. This is not a race. This is a journey. And during this process, one of the most important things that you want to do is show yourself some self-compassion. Learn how to be kind to yourself as you work on yourself. This is something that many people fail to do. You're not perfect. Nobody is perfect. So be prepared to acknowledge your setbacks and be understanding and forgive yourself. You get over impulsive and emotional eating by planning and preparing nutritious meals. Being self-aware that you have this type of issue is step one, and actively making adjustments to correct this problem is the next step in overcoming this challenge. When it comes to planning, don't get caught out and about in the streets hungry or thirsty with no healthy options available, because this is the quickest way to ignite a setback. Trust me, you will find yourself in a drive-thru or gas station quick when hunger catches you off guard. Do not throw away your progress for some instant gratification. The preparation process may take a bit longer, but you can't look at it as a chore that you have to do. Look at it as something you get to do that's going to make your life easier and take your health to the next level. And at the same time, make it fun and interesting by selecting health promoting recipes to try, and give some new foods a go, but find ways to keep it interesting to keep the wheels turning. Number 2 is lack of movement. Most of us know we need to exercise. The doctor told us we need to exercise, yet we find a reason every day not to do it. The greatest battles that we face don't come from external obstacles, but from within ourselves. It's the silent struggle of knowing what we need to do, yet feeling the weight of resistance pulling you back. But it's in these moments that true growth is built. Exercise strengthens every organ and every cell in the body. And when you lack self-discipline, you give in to impulsive behavior like skipping exercising, which leads to sedentary activities like watching Netflix, watching a game, and watching other people win at life. For some reason, we love to watch other people living their best lives, but we don't want to get up and go live our own. You can't be a spectator in the game of life if you expect to get healthy. You can't win on the sideline. Yeah, your team won and you watched and cheered them on, but guess what? Patrick Mahomes ain't going to be by your bedside praying you pull through from a stroke. Your favorite team is not going to be there. Now, I'm not saying you can't enjoy a game or a show, but I'm telling you that you have to look at certain sensuous activities as a privilege. You don't sit down and watch TV until you earn it. You want to watch your favorite show? Earn the right to sit down and watch it by creating movement for yourself daily. The key to building a sustainable movement routine begins with creating a plan. Planning is not just a tool for achieving goals, it's a blueprint for success. When you plan, you pave the way for efficiency, productivity, and clarity for your goals. This is how you transform that 100-pound weight loss dream into a reality. By failing to prepare, you prepare to fail. Planning is bringing the future into the present so that you can do something about it now. You need to know the specific days you plan on exercising, the specific times of days you are going to be exercising, where you plan on exercising at, and even the specific exercises you plan on doing. That's how specific you need to be, because clarity breeds mastery. You gotta treat exercising like an appointment that's non-negotiable and prioritize it into your schedule just like anything else that's important to you. When you have a hair appointment scheduled, do you let anything interfere with that? It better not, because it's gonna be a problem, right? Treat your exercise schedule the same way and watch how you look and feel in 2 weeks. Not a month, 2 weeks, and you're gonna feel the effects of your choices. Just be sure when you start your movement routine, you make sure that you ease into something you feel comfortable doing. Through movement, you will find your rhythm. Through self-mastery, you will find your strength. And together, they will lead you to your transformation. Number 3, when it comes to managing your stress, it begins with becoming more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations in response to your stressors. True liberation begins with the simple act of being aware. You have to be able to recognize patterns in your stress triggers as well as your typical reaction to those triggers. Recognizing patterns is the best way to break free of their grip and reclaim control. One of the best things you can do to enhance your self-awareness is journaling. Journaling encourages you to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. By writing about your day, your emotions, and your reactions, you gain insight into your inner world and how you perceive the world around you. Stress isn't what happens to us, but rather how we perceive and respond to it. Journaling also allows you to identify patterns as well as process your emotions. By noticing these patterns, you become more aware of your habits and triggers and ultimately understand yourself better. And as you put your feelings into words, you gain clarity about what you're experiencing and why you're feeling a certain way. This ultimately can lead to greater self-awareness and improve your emotional intelligence. Your journal is a tool for problem solving. Don't just write and write and write in your journal. Be sure to read it. Don't be afraid to review past journal entries to track your growth, because I guarantee you will be surprised to see how much you've changed and grown as a person. Self-mastery is a cornerstone for all individuals committed to improving their health. Through this discipline, individuals hold themselves accountable, fostering a sense of ownership and responsibility for their lifestyle choices. Discipline brings resilience, which empowers individuals through setbacks without losing sight of their goals. Self-mastery is the linchpin for achieving enduring success and health improvement, and it lays the groundwork for sustainable lifestyle changes.